I'd like to greet everybody with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Tonight happened to be Saturday, March the 14th, 2020, the year of the vision. The time is 9:53 p.m. I want y'all to pay attention to this here for a minute here to show you what type of, not just what's going on with racism within the United States, but I want you to see what most of these NAACP leaders are doing about it. Listen to this lady's story in Evansville, Indiana.
In front of all the customers.
Two black employees claim they were targeted with racial discrimination. Amira Donahue was the hostess on duty as the incident unfolded. She says a customer's request for hot water turned into something ugly.
But she asked for a server that wasn't black, and the manager complied. And I do agree that that was a bad decision at the moment, but there was a better way that could have been handled.
Donahue says the woman's actions didn't stop there.
And the lady also made comments about me to my other coworkers, saying that I'm not family friendly, that I should go work at a strip club instead of an Olive Garden, that am I even black, like am I from here, am I from America, just like offhand comments like that and referring me to like the other one.
An Olive Garden spokesman says the company does not tolerate discrimination of any type and that senior leadership is investigating. The Evansville NAACP says it has not received a formal complaint, but it is also investigating.
Listen to him.
Arnold says he is withholding judgment, and he wants to make sure everyone's voices are being heard.
It's probably not going to be the culture because they have a very diverse staff, a very diverse clientele. I go there myself. Okay, and so we have to investigate all those things.
As for Donahue, she says she's still reeling from the pain and shocked at the events of that Saturday night dinner rush, but hopeful that a positive change will come from this experience.
I would never expect it to be just so apparent in public, and it was just like it's 2020, not 1920. We should be over this. Something should have been done, and I feel like it should take more than just social media to get a problem like this out there.
Now, did you hear what this lady just said? This just happened around March the 2nd, 2020. And me and this female is on the same page. She said, this is not 1920, this is 2020. In most of my videos, I said this is not 1620, this is 2020. Now, here it is, her and another black female working at Olive Garden. A white female asks for some hot water. A black server, a waitress, bring her the hot water, and she said she didn't want a black person to wait on her. So the manager was told, instead of the manager telling the customer if they don't want to be served by a black, they can leave the restaurant. But he didn't. He accommodated this white person, apparently had to be racist, and let a white server serve her like she asked. Now, in the end, this manager was fired, but did you listen to this NAACP president? They say he's a reverend. You know, the Bible said, don't call man's reverence, you know, because God don't give reverence to just certain individuals. God see all of us as being the same, but that ain't the point. Did you hear what he said? He said they hadn't gotten a formal complaint yet. So if they ain't got a formal complaint yet, why is you in the news talking about you gonna look into it anyway? And not only that, this lady has been discriminated against, and here it is, this so-called preacher, so-called leader of the NAACP, supposed to be a nationwide a known organization that fight for people's civil rights. Thurgood Marshall was probably turning over in his grave listening to that man. He said that the place is very diverse with customers and workers, and he said, I go there all the time. That sound like right here in Charleston, Missouri. I give it to the white news media for giving the lady, the black female, the airtime to set them people out, not just the people at Olive Garden, but to set out that black NAACP leader. He thought he was sitting up there looking good. But to me and to people that fight for civil rights, he showed individuals nationwide what most of these NAACP leaders is about. On February the 13th, 2020, right here in Charleston, Missouri, my 13 and 14-year-old daughters went into the Family Dollar store at 601 South Main Street here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, store number 9411, to be racially profiled, harassed, and retaliated against by a white female employee by asking my 13-year-old daughter, is that a wig on your head? Then when my daughter said, yes, ma'am. Well, you know you don't supposed to be in this store. And my daughter asked her why. You and your mother been in here today stealing now on the 13th of 2020, March of 2020. Then she said, y'all been coming in here regularly stealing. But here it is, a white female friend of mine that's an activist sent this information to the present president of the NAACP here in Charleston, Missouri. And he said, well, we haven't gotten a formal complaint, just like this other individual, but we've been hearing about it. If you've been hearing about it, not only what she did to my daughters, but what they've been doing to some other blacks, that go to show you. They don't care. I seen two of the NAACP members today in the local grocery store right across the street from where my daughters and them was racially profiled at. The vice president and one of the other members, both of them are black businessmen. They have their own businesses. The NAACP president has his own business. Not the vice president, but the other one said, how you doing? You know, and I spoke to both of them. The vice president didn't speak, and I left out. One thing about it, I'm going to let y'all know. I don't know if it's everywhere, but most places that I see, the NAACP don't care about no discrimination. All they care about is trying to get a lawsuit. Now, if a white police shot and killed a black guy, they'll get it. They'll try to get involved for one reason. They'll try to get involved because it'll be a big lawsuit in there. The man talking about I eat at Olive Garden all the time. So he don't care. I can imagine what he said would have told Rosa Parks when she refused to get off the bus and they arrested her. Well, Rosa, I ride this bus all the time. We got to wake up, y'all. You depending on the NAACP, you'll be dead and gone. Peace be still.